Okay, all of you, good morning. All of you, good morning. Ashwini, Teresa, Bindu,
Good morning, sir.
good morning, all of
Good
you.
morning, sir.
Say remaining to join. Okay, yesterday I taught what is grammar. Yesterday I taught what is grammar. Grammar is nothing but a body of rules. Body of rules that tells us what is wrong and what is right in the sentence. Okay, yesterday I taught teaching of grammar. Teaching of grammar. Types of grammar we have. Types of grammar we have. Yesterday I taught two types of grammar we have. One is functional grammar. Other one is formal grammar. Functional grammar and formal grammar and functional grammar. Functional grammar also called as prescriptive grammar, and a theoretical grammar, and also it is a formal. It is a formal grammar. The next one is a descriptive grammar. The next one is a descriptive grammar. Descriptive grammar also known as incidental grammar. Descriptive grammar also known as incidental grammar and also functional grammar. Okay, two types of grammar we have. Two types of grammar we have. Yesterday I taught. Now I would like to teach you today methods of teaching grammar. Methods of teaching grammar. We have two types of methods of teaching grammar here. One is inductive method. Another one is deductive method. I would like to show now PowerPoint. All of you stay. Okay, can you look here? There are two distinctive methods of teaching grammar. There are two distinctive methods of teaching grammar. One is inductive method, other one is deductive method. One is inductive method, other one is deductive method. See, inductive method indicates that a number of examples are given first, and from them a generalization or principle or the definition is drawn. Infer the definition, infer the rule from the number of examples. Giving number of examples. From them we draw some theory or generalization, principle in this way. Inductive method, that one. See, inductive method, some more about inductive method I would like to teach you now. Number of examples are given first, and from them a generalization or principle or the definition is drawn. See now, okay, see, uh, something about know about inductive method, some other points are there. It helps the people to draw their own conclusions. It helps the people to draw their own conclusions. And see, from the given examples, suppose he is a boy, she is a girl, he is a man, he is a clever, she is a class first. In this way, we are using this way means generalize that subject that is a third person, and we are using be verb is we are using, and the noun. Okay, in this way we have to generalize the rule, infer the rule from some examples. From some examples we can infer the rule. That is what inductive method. Some more about the inductive method we are going to know about. Thinking and participating is possible this method. Thinking and participating possible in this method. Inductive method possible that thinking we can think, and see, and participate we can participate. Next point, making teaching interesting. This inductive method making teaching interesting, because from the roots onwards we can make them to learn. From alphabets to word to sentence, sentence to paragraph, paragraph to give one, paragraph to idea or theme. In this way, grassroots onwards we can make them to learn. without learning, without making them to learn ABCD, how can we teach a word or sentence? So we have to make them to learn from the grassroots onwards. First alphabets, then next word, word next sentence, sentence next paragraph, paragraphs, then next paragraphs, and become one theme. Make it one theme, and it will give us one theme and one idea. See, in this way, it creates interest among the students. Other point is that creating situations, we can create some situations, we can create some situations.
100 and
Okay, you can create situations and learn grammar incidentally. Learn grammar incidentally. Learn grammar incidentally. Those are boys. These are pencils. Those are people. Those are guides. These are erasers. These are pens. Those are number of people there. Those are girls. In this way, we can. Those are. These are. In this way, we are speaking means number of examples we are giving and plural sentences. We can form plural subject, plural be form, and noun. In this way, you can give number of examples and infer the rule in the inductive method. Incidentally, we can teach the grammar incidentally whenever necessary, whenever need. That time only we can teach this inductive method, not for grammar sake. It is for incident. According to the incident, we can teach the grammar here. See some more points about the inductive method. See here, requires a competent teacher. Requires a competent teacher. To teach this grammar requires competent teacher. Teacher should have ability to teach. Teacher should have much ability and should have good stuff to teach grammar with the examples, giving number of examples and drawing the rule in this inductive method. See next, preparation is needed for the teacher. Preparation is needed for the teacher. Much preparation is needed for the teacher in the inductive method. Okay, for example, here given some examples. Rama and Krishna are playing with each other. Rama and Krishna are playing with each other. Next sentence, Ravi and Shekhar are quarreling with each other. Ravi and Shekhar are quarreling with each other. Third sentence, Rama, Krishna and Kishore are playing with one another. Rama, Krishna and Kishore are playing with one another. See next example, the women near the water tap are quarreling with one another. Ravi, Shekhar, Lakshmi and Ravi are taking with one another. See here, we can find each other, one another, each other. In this way, you can find some of the common sentences. See here, underline grammar points. Now ask the people to frame some more sentences of their own. You can give this using each other, using one another. We can ask the people to frame some sentences. People can make some sentences. When only two persons are involved, we can say each other. Between two persons only, we can use the each other. When more than two persons are involved, one another. Here we can commonly observe that when two persons are there, we can use the each other. When more than two persons are there, we can use one another. This type we can use in these sentences. This inductive method is used for participating in several ways, and it gives us a number of examples and infer the rule from the number of examples. And it is clockwise also. You can say inductive means clockwise. Inductive means clockwise. like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. In this way, we can go. This is in the inductive method. But now I am going to teach you about deductive method. Deductive method of teaching grammar. Deductive method of teaching grammar. See, definition is given first and a few examples are given later to prove the rule. See, rule is giving first. Rule is giving first and drawing number of examples from the rule. See, first we are giving formula. First we are giving formula. Then next we are asking them to prepare some sentences from the formula. Suppose subject plus verb plus ing form plus object. We are giving the here formula subject plus verb plus object. He is reading the book. He is reading the book. Those are playing in the
Voice breakout, sir.
some unstable network is there. Anyway, it resolves soon. Okay. Network breakout. Network breakout. A few minutes. Wait. Few minutes. I would like to continue. Now, is it okay now? Lakshmi Tulsi, is it okay now? Can you hear my voice? Bindu?
Yes, sir.
Okay then.
Yes,
we can proceed. Okay, right. Sorry for the interruption. Inductive method. Inductive method first gives it rule. And we can make number of examples from the rule formula. I said already. See, first we can give subject, verb plus ing form plus object. He is going to the college. He is going to college. He is going to college. He is going to market. See, subject, verb, ing form, and object. We are creating in this way. We give some formula and frame some sentences from the formula. Okay, that's what. Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Sir, yes, sir, we can hear your voice, but it coming 2 times, sir.
2 times. Some of your, all of you, switch off your. Hello? Can you hear my voice now, all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. We can continue.
Yes, sir.
We can continue, okay? Right. Okay. In the deductive method means we can use from 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in this way. Deductive method. Deductive method means we are giving first rule, then next make them to prepare examples. Definitions is given first and a few examples are given later to prove the rule. See, something about deductive method I am going to teach you now. Yes? Some more points. It makes people's rule conscious. It makes people's rule conscious. Much memory. We should memorize. We should memorize the rule first. It makes them memorize fixed principles rather than learn from practical examples. See, we have to memorize the rule. It is a much burden for the people, for the children to memorize it. And people's passive by enforcing laws of grammar. People become passive to use this deductive method and boring method. It is also a boring method. See, rules definitions cannot always be applied in the same fashion. In an illogical language like English, they think illogical language, logical manner we cannot find here, and so many rules we have to teach. Many rules are there, then they cannot memorize all of the rules. And suppose they must be more conscious at the rule first. And see some more about it ignores the oral aspect. It ignores the oral aspect. In drills, in paper, we can make more examples. And okay, anyway, many times we are getting some disturbance. This is what of two methods of teaching. Then next I am going to teach you about, see next slide I would like to show you now. Points to remember while teaching grammar. Points to remember while teaching grammar. Some of the points are there. See, aim of teaching grammar is to give guidelines on how English sentences are constructed. Can you hear, all of you? Can you listen? Can you
Yes,
listen?
sir.
Okay, then.
Yes, sir.
Some aims are there. Points to remember while teaching grammar. Some of the points are there. See, guidelines on how English sentences are constructed. We have to teach them how English sentences are constructed. We have how many sentences are there in English? How many types of sentences are there? Can anyone tell how many types of sentences are there in English? There are four types of sentences are there. There are four types of sentences are there. Commands, requests, negative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. In this way, four types are there. See now, some other point I am going to teach you now. Practice in good grammatical uses. Practice in good grammatical uses. And giving guidelines for them. Giving guidelines for them most of the time must be devoted to practice. Most of the time must be devoted to practice. The next point, lesson must be devoted to the practice of grammar points, and see regular intervals, thought with regular intervals instead of setting one period of grammar. Some other point, with examples in situations. Teach them with examples in situations. Next point, grammatical terminology should be used as less as possible. See, we have to remember that grammatical terminology should be used as less as possible. We have to decrease the grammatical terminology. They may become more. Suppose we are using more grammatical terminology. Mother tongue may be used when necessary, when explanation has to be made clearly, when it is necessary. Mother tongue, when it is necessary, you can use the mother tongue. Now, techniques of teaching grammar. Techniques of teaching grammar. We are going to know about the techniques of teaching grammar. See, what are the techniques? What are the techniques teaching of grammar are there? Grammar is taught through the examples. Grammar is taught through the examples. Examples of sentences, structures of sentences, structures and patterns must teach them first. Then next you see, and oral work. Oral work is neglected in here, in this grammar. Oral work is neglected, and the written exercises we are giving more and more. See now, then next common patterns. We should give some common patterns. Common patterns like thank you very much, thanks a lot, we are welcome. In this way, some common patterns are there. Next, see graphs. we should use the graphs. We should use the graphs and some of the structure patterns, more structure patterns we can make and on the chart and show them and teach them. See, we should give some opportunities. We should give more opportunities them to frame some sentences using some patterns, and correct their mistakes. Correct their mistakes individually. Give them opportunity first. Give them opportunity first to write and exercise on them and use in the sentences in this way. And see good number of examples. Good number of examples we should provide them. Then next, minimum use of grammatical terminology. Minimum use of grammatical terminology, and using game-like exercise. Using game-like exercise. Uh, Teach the grammar like game-like exercise. Game-like exercise. Children, uh, children like games. Children like as children like games. That's why we teach and we give game-like exercises to them. And see, should minimize the confusion. Minimize the confusion. Then next, using authentic materials to teach grammar. Using authentic materials to teach grammar. What is there? We are going to know about that. Sources of authentic materials. Sources of authentic materials. What are they? See, sources of authentic materials. Newspapers. Can you hear my voice, all of you? Newspapers. Give
Yes, sir.
them. Ah, okay. Newspapers. Make them to read newspapers. In the newspaper also we can find some advertisements and some of the articles, some of the cartoons and some of the puzzles, and also newspapers, some of the stories and some of the incidents we can find in the newspapers. We read and make them to read newspapers along with them. And encyclopedias. Encyclopedia means subject deep in deep studies in subject we can find in the encyclopedias. And radio broadcasts. Some of the radio broadcasts we can listen in the radios. And some of the news. Some of the news and hotel menus, invitations. We have to observe some of the invitations. We have to observe some of the invitations and novels. This is an spelling mistake is here. Novels, read novel, make them to read novels. Cultivate the habit of reading novels, and some of the covers. In the cover, you can find some of the sentences and magazines. Reading magazines and web pages. In the internet we can find some web pages and we can read through the web pages. Television. In the television we can find national news and international news, BBC likewise, and NDTV and otherwise. And automobile. About automobiles, some introduce their their company vehicle and some of their features of the car, and some other features of van, and some other manuals. Read manuals and understand. And posters. Through the posters we can make them to uh, understand the grammatical patterns and sentence structures in the posters. And documentaries. Watch documentaries, papers, and etc. These are the sources of authentic materials. Source of authentic materials. Then next, see features of authentic materials. Features of authentic materials. What are the features are there? Produced for language teaching. These are produced for language teaching, and simplified for the students. Simplified for the students, and more, and showing real world, and observe the nature, and sceneries, and read the sceneries and pictures, graphs, charts, and etc. Through that, we can develop our English language. Features of authentic meters. And see, we can describe the real world and real speaker, writer for a real audience for the better development of the peoples, and use of authentic materials to teach grammar. Use of authentic materials to teach grammar, newspaper, magazines, examples, radio, broadcast, TV programs, dictionary, autonomous, automobile magazines, price lists, and etc. I said already. I repeated again. See, newspapers. Suppose newspapers. What should we read in the newspapers? Once again, I am going to explain about that. In English language teaching, we should make them to read the newspaper and observe their pronunciation and pronounce once or twice for their clarity and topic and headings of the topic. We have to make them to observe the headings of the topic and make them to rewrite from the newspaper. Make them to rewrite from the newspaper and find the difficult words in the newspaper. Find the difficult words and new words in the newspaper. What they can't understand in the newspaper, we should give them work to underline. We should assign some assignment, underline some of the sentences which we cannot understand in the newspaper. And see examples. Crossword puzzles we can watch in the crossword puzzles we can do in the newspaper, and see advertisements, some of the advertisements and the new words in the advertisement, find the new words in the advertisements and difficult words, thoughts for the day, and letters to editor, make them to read letters to editor, and riddles and cartoons, riddles and cartoons in the newspapers. And examples, synonyms, find some synonyms from the dictionary, find some antonyms from the dictionary, some of the italicized words in the given sources, jumbling words and sentences with practical content, jumbling words and practical words in the content, replace the keywords with other substitution. Then next tenses, use of tenses. Observe the use of tenses. And radio broadcast and TV programs. What can we find in the radio broadcast and the TV programs? See pronunciation. You can observe the pronunciation and vocabulary and sentence structure, and students get exposure to the language. Students get exposure to the English language through this way. Okay, and also you can find now dictionary, using the dictionary. What can we find in the dictionary? What can we find in the dictionary? We can find meanings of the words, meanings of the words, and whether it is noun or parts of the speech. We can find the parts of speech, and we can find the tenses and pronunciation, syllables, and some etc. we can find in the dictionary. And how to use the dictionary, how to search the word in the dictionary, alphabetical order. How can they search word in the dictionary? We have to give some practice to the students. Now hotel menus, automobile manuals, magazines, price lists. We have to observe all of them and give them some much practice in them. Advantages of authentic materials in teaching grammar. See, what are the advantages? Advantages of authentic materials in teaching grammar. I am going to teach you this topic on tomorrow. Tomorrow means on my next class. Advantages of authentic materials in teaching grammar. Today, I taught two distinctive methods of teaching grammar. One is inductive method and the other one is deductive method. And also I said points to remember while teaching grammar. Then next, techniques of teaching grammar and using authentic materials to teach grammar. What are the authentic materials? Newspapers, magazines, encyclopedias, web pages, radio broadcasts, television, news, hotel menus, automobile manuals, posters, invitations, novels, covers, documentaries, papers. Then next, I taught you features of authentic materials, use of authentic materials to teaching grammar. Then next, in my next class, I would like to teach you about the advantage of authentic materials in teaching grammar. Okay, today I would like to conclude my class. I would like to teach you. I would like to continue on my next class. Okay, then all of you, bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
పెట్టుకోను